Hey, so you made me put on a shirt, huh? Well, I'm glad I came here, and I'm glad you're here because you are looking fantastic. You're smelling great. You feel like the vibe that you're giving off is just splendid. And I'm glad that we're both here because today I'm going to give huge value with a three-step formula to discovering your authentic self. But before we get to that, a shout out to all the YouTube fans because it's great to see that people are engaged, and to all the subscribers. You're incredibly intelligent, obviously, because you're watching these videos. Great choice. There was a question. There was a few questions about the product, the program that's going to be coming out. And I just wanted to let you guys know that we've been setting back the release date because we've gotten great feedback. But from the feedback, we've decided that there needs to be an X-rated bonus added to the program, and it's been so effective in my life and the people who I know that use this exercise right now, and it's usually only the elite people in all their field, because they're the only ones that are willing to go outside their comfort zone each day to grow and get stronger a little bit stronger each day. That's the kind of person who probably knows about this. If you're like one of the top guy, then you're probably doing this most days. If you're like a top guy, you're doing it every day. But for the people that like wanna have that sort of untouchable feel to you, and it's not like you become ice cold, but in a sense like you do, but it's a process. It has an exercise to it that can build that muscle, because you can get a certain amount and fake it for like little stuff, but for like big stuff, this exercise would just like make it a piece of cake, like anything. Anyways, so that's what's been going on, and let's break it up into three quick steps to discovering your authentic self. And here's the thing that people don't realize is that we are not born necessarily free. I mean, we are, but we are born into these boxes. Either you're born. You could have been born into a Muslim family. You could have been born into a Catholic family. You could have been born into an atheist family, and because you were an atheist, you found other religions appealing, so you became a Christian, maybe. And that's the funny thing. Maybe you were a Christian, you wanted to become an atheist, or so we're not generally. You could have been a Christian, become a Catholic, or a Catholic, become a Christian, or a Mormon. You know, like there's so many like boxes that people are born into. It's like molds that you're sort of fit into, right? But we're essentially born free, and we have the opportunity. It's a choice to claim your freedom, but there's a process to it. And then the first step is finding your inner voice. Finding your inner voice, because from the beginning we are hit with everything from the outside. If you think about it, you're being hit right now by some sound waves that we've all agreed upon to make sense of a specific thing, and you're understanding it because it's coming at you and you're taking it in and understand almost immediately, right? All this is all since we've been born. All this stuff. And that's been shaping who we are. So, if you were born into a Muslim family, you were been influenced to be Muslim. If you were born in a Catholic family, you would have been born influenced to be a Catholic. If you were born in a liberal party house, you would have been liberally influenced. If you were born in an anarchist family, you would have been born anarchist. And if you were been born in a cat family, then you would have been a cat. But anyway, so all that has to do with who you become, and there's been actually studies that have been released that talk about the fact that you are generally the combination of the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. So if you think about it, in a sense though, because there's also been studies that show that what you see in television all the time, you feel like you're experiencing, and that's why we're so addicted to good stories, because it makes us feel like we're part of it, right? 66 billion. I was talking to my mentor and about stories the other day, and yeah, he was telling me how like 66 billion people, 66 billion dollars were spent in 2010 just on people going to the movies. So we're like, we feel it, right? So it can be a virtual mentor that you surround yourself with, and like you can influence yourself to grow, definitely. But to do that, you have to be in touch with your authentic self. You have to be in touch with the core of who you are, your core existence, your center, where you emanate from, right? So to do that, you have to take time, sit silent, and that's what some people call meditation. And and when we get to step 3, you're going to see that meditation isn't just sitting silently, but it's a good practice to just listen to everything that goes through your head, because all that has to do with your influences. And you have to take into account and just ask yourself, like, is that my core desire? Is that what I really feel in the center of my being that I want to be? Is that who I have chosen to, like, consciously chosen to be? Or is this just something that's been given to me to portray? Or because sometimes we confuse love with loyalty, and instead of actually loving someone unconditionally, we place boundaries on them, so that if they're not that thing or person that we want them to be, then we don't accept them for who we are completely, in a sense. And that's why taking time and like really listening to yourself, because you love yourself, obviously, and you're incredibly intelligent for watching these videos, but yeah, so you have to take time for yourself to find that inner voice. And second, you have to let it speak freely. After you take all those noises away, all those voices, and you really listen to that core, you stay there in that silence, because there's going to be silence, and from that silence your core desire is going to speak. But you have to be discerning, and that's where the third one comes in, because you have to be present. To be authentic, you have to be in touch with that and be acting spontaneously to whatever the moment brings from your deepest core. And those are the 3 steps, and that's why sometimes meditation can be something like skydiving, something like making a video, something like acting, something like playing music, something like becoming a business owner, an entrepreneur, to become a driver, a janitor, whatever you most enjoy in life, whatever really, like, you want to be a spaceship owner. Like, you don't want to be like the person who goes to space, but you just want to like own spaceships, like kind of like, oh well, I guess like Elon Musk like also like wants to like go to space eventually, but like to like Mars, but that's another story for another time, because you have just discovered the 3 steps to discover your authentic self. Now go take into account what you have learned and see how it fits in your life, how you can bring it into being and really understand yourself.